Shalom. Okay, Con. Let me go ahead and kick this off. 2 Peter 3. Second Peter 3. And verse 10. Well, verse 11.
Kai. It's 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
All right, Con. So yeah, we're gonna give our honor, praise, and glory first to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakah, Kodash.
All right, double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostle slave to be saved. Lord willing, start with those at the Great Millstone Church, on down to the rest abiding under this doctrine. From the elder brothers, teaching this truth, on down to the younger brothers teaching this truth in all true faith and sincerity, and to the men here at our congregation, Shalom. All right, and to the rest of you believers, you men, women, and children of the Israelite race. All right, Shalom. Those that are in on the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, in on this faith. Okay. And to the rest of you believers, you men, women, and children of the Israelite race. Slaki already said that, but the elect, all right, ultimately Shalom to those that were going to be found to happen in the house of David. So yeah, man. Pretty much you see tonight's lesson. If you could read that scripture one more time, brother.
Yeah, Kai. This is on 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah. So seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, and that's what tonight, live classes, about is focusing on, man. Hyper focusing on. Okay. And that's due to some news that just broke. Okay, which we're gonna play the clip. But pretty much America out of there, man. They done. Like they done. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and play it so you can see exactly why upon meditation, through seeing tonight's class is titled this. All right. It's gonna be beautiful. We about to get up out of here, man.
Who to believe? The Kremlin is adamant. Vladimir Putin did not agree to anything during his face-to-face meeting with the French President Emmanuel Macron. But the French leader claims Vladimir Putin personally assured him that Russia would not escalate the crisis in Ukraine. The Kremlin undercutting Macron as he continues to play the role of peacemaker. Today, Macron was in Kyiv for a meeting with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Macron warned a diplomatic solution could take months. Meanwhile, Russia continues to deny it has any plans to invade Ukraine, despite the fact that it has 140,000 troops, plus tanks, missile systems, fighter jets, bombers, and artillery massed along the country's border. This is new video of Russian amphibious landing warships deploying to the Black Sea, not far from the shores of Ukraine. They're capable of carrying thousands of ground troops. Russia claims they're there for naval drills. Defense analysts have been warning that Ukraine's military is frankly no match for the Russian war machine. They're outgunned, outmanned, and out-equipped, but they are not.
It's done. It's over with, man. This is Magog. The Lord, this is it. So all the pieces we need is here. If you can hold 1 Peter 1:25, it's all here, man.
Not going down without a fight.
Okay.
NBC outmanned military is frankly no match for the Russian war machine.
Ukraine already said they can't do it, man. For those that may not be into this, and you're looking to have it explained. Pretty much, Ukraine, they basically admitting that Russia is too powerful for them, which the only help they have, which is the NATO and America, which America's a part of NATO. But if Ukraine can't beat Russia, y'all can't beat Russia. So what you think is about to happen? They're not about, we're about to see prophecy play out. They're going to have to succumb to Russia's wishes, which is ultimately not join NATO, which is one step closer to Ezekiel the 36th chapter being fulfilled, which is when Russia, piles on all these nations that's going to come together, that's written to come together and hate the whore, which is America. It's all happening, because Russia will be that powerful, being Magog, right? Will be that powerful military force that the Lord had, prophesied about, man. Okay, we seeing it happen. So they already saying it, all the talk, they admitting, like, no, we can't do nothing with Russia, Russia not playing, man. The Lord really, man.
Been warning that Ukraine's military is frankly no match for the Russian war machine. They're outgunned, outmanned, and out-equipped, but they are not going down without a fight. NBC's Matt Bradley touring a factory in eastern Ukraine where they're restoring old Soviet-era tanks.
Yeah, that's right. Outgunned, outmanned, but not for lack of trying. The Ukrainian military has actually improved quite a bit since the last time the Russians invaded back in 2014. But still, without air power, without naval power, the Russians probably will be able to make a meal out of the Ukrainian military, maybe even before they step foot into Ukrainian territory again for the second time in 8 years. But, I went to this tank factory today. It was not really a tank factory. It was more like a factory where we're updating old Soviet-era tanks, which there are quite a few here, into modern, really quite technically advanced equipment. And we spoke with the director there, and he said that, these tanks that they're producing, that they're updating, are just about as good as anything they would confront on an open battlefield against the Russians.
Go ahead and Baba Kashar, bring that scripture up.
Okay. 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 25. But the word of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, endureth forever.
Right.
And this is the
matter of fact, that wasn't even the scripture I was thinking about. Go to 2 Peter 1 and 18. That's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 18. And this voice which came from heaven we heard when we were with him in the holy mount.
No, that ain't it. One in jump to 19. Slack.
Yeah, verse 19, it says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy.
See, we have a sure word of prophecy. If we can get that in the Greek, if a brother can throw that on the comment board in the Greek, you got it, bro.
It says, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed.
Man, you can't make this up. It's sure. How do we know this is sure? Because this is what was talked about in Ezekiel the 36th chapter. That's why Yahweh Shah said, ye fools, are you slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken? Why? Why would you be a fool? Because everything they say is going to come to pass. You're going to see it. It's not going to fail. The Lord's word is not going to go out void. Everything he said is going to come to pass. Okay, he tells us that in what's that? Is that Jeremiah the 23rd chapter? I want to say that is in the 19th verse. Let me see if I can grab that. This is Jeremiah 20:23, and you can't make this stuff up, man. No, I actually want Isaiah 55 and 11. I think that's what I'm thinking of. 55 and 11. Yep. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper, in the thing whereto I sent it. You see? Oh, that's heavy. It says, for ye shall go out with joy. Man. Why? Because everything that the Lord has told in his word is for our benefit. You know, all things are to good for the godly. What's that? Is that Sirach, the 39th chapter? I want to say that is. You know, if you could pick up where I just left off, at brother.
Yeah, Isaiah 55 and 11. You was at?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna jump to that Sirach.
I think it's 30. Yeah, it's like it. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It shall not return unto me void.
Yeah.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
Keep going.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it.
Go ahead.
For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace.
Man, you're going to go out with joy. You see? That's said after hearing about how the Lord's word is not going to go out void, but it's going to prosper. Because all these things that the Lord spoke is to our benefit, man. You see? And we're going to prove that this is, you know, of the Lord's word right before our eyes coming to pass. For those that may not know, this is Sirach 39. Are you there? Or are you there already? Sirach 39?
Yeah, kind.
Sirach 39 and jump to this is not the one I'm thinking about. It's another one. We know all things work for good. Let me see if I can find that. For now, let's go ahead and go to Ezekiel the 36th chapter. You can start at the 8th verse. What you holding that we ain't bring up?
I brought out everything so far.
Okay, you got it.
Count this Ezekiel chapter 36. You said verse 8.
Yeah.
36 and 8. It says, but ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
36 and 8. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of, oh, you know what? Before we get there, jump to, hold this. We're gonna keep going where we at. This is actually in the 38th chapter. I'm sorry, I said 36. 38, and you can start at 1, you know, and we'll hold Obadiah, the first chapter. I got some real quick. This is Sirach 36 and 16. It says, I'm gonna actually start at 15. You know what? I'm gonna start at 14. Yeah. And also, if you can get Psalms 118 and 21, I want to say it is. It says, filled. I'm starting at verse 14 in Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, verse 14. It says, and 13, I'll start. It says, oh, be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. You see, the Lord is filling us with his glory right now, man. You know, this word is an oracle. It's leading us in the right direction. It's never going to lead us wrong, man. It's beautiful. Because if we see that this very event that's taking place, these words, this what's the word? Was pretty much they're admitting, you know, they're admitting that our word, the word of the Heavenly Father, is true. You see, so if this very thing, this event that's taking place is of the word, which is proof, that's a point, right? That's proof to prove that the rest of this word is true. You see, which is how this word is an oracle, and it's something we should follow, man. It's not going to lead us astray. We going in a perfect right direction, man. Everything, all of this is to our benefit, man. So understand that. It says, fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that has possessed. So I can give testimony. And what's the testimony? The number one testimony is the testimony of our Lord, where Yahushua came and testified. And that's what? Prophecy. We're going into Revelation, the 19th chapter, the 10th verse. You know, it says, matter of fact, I'll get that. This is Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see, thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yah, the Most High, right? Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. These are things Yahushua witnessed, man. He witnessed prophecy. He seconded all the prophets. He seconded all the prophecies to be true. That's why Yahweh, and you know what's heavy about it? Yahushua said, I am the way, I am the life. You see? That's what he told us. So we're supposed to follow Yahushua. And why? Because everything that he sees, he got right, man. Everybody he co-signed and he got it right. From the men he set up, you see, he's pretty much, if you will, Yahushua talking to you right now. You know, those that may be listening. Yahushua is, these my men. You know, because they have my testimony. You know, and I'm giving them the testimony because, you know, ultimately, you know, it's gonna be revealed in the end. But you know, they you know, they who you should, you know, they who you should follow, man. All right. But anyway, starting with other apostles. But it says St. John 17 and where is that at? Where's that? 7. Salakia. Let me just jump back to this real quick, then I'll get this. This is Sirach 37 and 15, 36 and 15. Give testimony unto those. Matter of fact, know how the spirit get. This Salaki. This is St. John 14 in verse 6. It says, man, it's heavy. It says, Yahushua said unto him, I am the way. You see, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. See, so Yahushua is truly the way. Why? Because he has the testimony. He testifies, which is the testimony of prophecy. So Yahushua, he testifies prophecy to us, man. You know, we can actually look up and look for these prophecies to come to pass because they're actually working in our favor. You see? Go ahead and bring out that Psalms. This is the day. Yep.
Yeah, kind. Psalms chapter 118 and verse. Get straight to the this is the day part.
Yeah, straight to it.
Yeah, kind. All right. In verse 24, it says, this is the day which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hath made.
Yep.
We will rejoice and be glad in it.
Yeah. And this all of this is setting up that ultimate day was the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the day of recompense, the day of vengeance. Remember, all these things is working for our good, man. As he says in Isaiah, the 34th chapter, in the 8th verse, for the controversy, for the controversy of Jacob. Psalms Isaiah 34 and 8, it says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. You see, for it is the day of the, it's heavy. When you jump up, this is going into the nukes. See that? For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. Yahweh smell shot, and in the year of recompenses for the controversies of Zion. So he gonna bring these nukes ultimately in our favor. See, but we're gonna get there in just a moment. Okay. Now, real quick, Luke 24. Just bring a few scriptures out. It's gonna be a fairly short lesson tonight. Luke 24, and I don't want to rock this out. 25, it says, then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. See, Yahushua telling you the prophets, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it wrong, man. That's why the testimony of our Lord is prophecy. Because Yahushua told us what? In Luke 22, if you what you holding right now, brother? Isaiah 55 and 11. What else you holding?
Ezekiel 38, Obadiah chapter 1. But I got room. So if you need something, just let me know.
Luke 22 and it's like not Luke 22. Luke 21 and jump to verse 28. Yeah.
21 and 28.
Yeah, matter of fact. Yeah, 21 and 28. You can actually start at jump. Let's get verse 9 first. Mm-hmm.
This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 9.
Well, you know what? For these false prophets that's out here right now, start at verse 8.
Yeah, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived.
Mm-hmm.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach.
You know what? Start at 7. Slide.
I call to up. Yep, Luke chapter 21, verse 7. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be?
Yeah.
And what?
Master going into teaching. Yahushua is the ultimate teacher, man. When shall these things be? Go ahead.
And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?
Yeah, he gonna go into it. What's gonna be the signs of the year, the day of the Lord, the year of controversy, the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. What's gonna be the sign of that? When is the Lord gonna, start doing things to rise up for us? What's gonna be the signs of that? Zion being the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, really us in this faith. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it reads, take heed that ye be not deceived.
You said, all right, check it out. You want to know? All right, go ahead.
It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach.
Yeah, saying, you can read it as is.
Yep, saying, I am Christ.
See, saying, I am Christ. That's funny. Mm-hmm. See that? You got a lot of dang false prophets that are of Israel, but not Israel. And a lot of them, they pushing that Christ name. You see what I'm saying? They really coming like, if you will, with the appearance, the literal top, what appears to be, right? They're literally coming with what appears to be, of the Most High, of God. That's why people, they okay with saying Christ, because when you open the book up, this is the book of God. So when you open the book up and you get to them red letters, you Christ. Yeah. You just push Christ. You see what I'm saying? And that's because ain't nobody know about Hamashiach and Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Like how we do, they know, but they won't. They ain't gonna get it. The elect gonna praise his holy name. You see what I'm saying? But that's still the appearance of righteousness using that word Christ. So you see a lot of false prophets right now, right? A lot of people that's supposedly, you know, there's a lot of people like false people set up. This is pushing that word Christ, man, because from what's considered top layer, right? Like it's already explained it, man. That when you open the book up, Christ there. So that's the appearance of righteousness. You know, it's that simple. That's why Howard Shah said what? He said, beware. He said a lot of things, but paraphrasing, the one where he go into those that are ravening wolves, but they come unto you as in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
Coming with that word Christ, that's sheep's clothing. Because people know they can hide behind that. Because every common knowledge is, oh, Christ is good. Oh, that's holy. When you get down to the nitty gritty of it, that ain't it. You see? So it's fair to go with Christ right here because no one's going to really come talking about Hamashiach necessarily. You know, the mass is going to come with Christ. And then when you really get down to it on a smaller level, you're going to have some that even come knowing the Lord's name, and they false. You see? But the Lord's telling us, pay attention to this. You know? Pay attention to this because it's the very thing you need to be able to discern to see how real this thing is, what's really going on. You know? And once you do that, you're going to actually find more comfort, and you're going to see, once again, how real this thing is. Go ahead, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It says, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
Where you at?
Continued in verse 8 of Luke chapter 21.
Take it from top on 8.
Okay. Yeah, Luke chapter 21 and verse 8. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived.
Yeah, that ye be not deceived. Come on.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Man, come on.
And time draweth near, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
Yeah. You see? It says, and the time draweth near. What time? The time we looking for when we about to rule. But before we, you know, pretty much before that time outright hits, these things going to be going on. And we see that now. Really, what he's saying, they're going to come in my name, meaning they're going to come like in my stance, if you will. You know, they're going to come with my rep. You know, you're going to have people talking about the church. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that, man. That's the name, that's the rep, if you will, of the Lord. You know? Because you ain't necessarily got to come with his name to try to come in his name. You see that? Because your name is, you know, what you known for. Like, oh, I got a name out here in these streets. You see? And that's why you see so many people being deceived right now, because you don't necessarily have to come with the name, the Lord's actual name. You just need to come with his rep and act like you about that. And you could deceive many through that. Hence, how you have all these false pastors making all this money off these sheep. How you have these wicked Israelite false leaders, false prophets with these, you know, still lost jakes ultimately, you know, these deceived jakes in their congregations, these Hebrew Israelites, you know, because you got men that's coming in the name of the Lord, man, deceiving many. And that's important because the Lord just said before the time we looking for a hit, these very things is going to be going on. But he didn't say how far off. Because really these things going on now. You see? But this is a part of the signs of what? The day of the Lord's vengeance, for the controversy of the day of the Lord's vengeance, you know, the year of recompense is for the controversy of Zion, man. You know? When people pay for not giving us 40 acres of the mule. All these things, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, kind.
Uh-huh.
Hop up.
No, keep going.
Yeah. Verse 9.
Yeah, kind of. Because the point, we're gonna read through verse 10. Yeah.
Kind. So Luke chapter 21 and verse 9, it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified.
There it is. See that? See how that followed this? So we right here. You hearing of wars and rumors of wars? He said, "Don't be terrified." Go ahead.
It says, "For these things must first come to pass."
Yeah. Before we box, we gotta beef. You see, before you box with somebody, I gotta be beefing. Usually. So before World War III, you gotta be beef brewing, man. You see? Just like they doing all of this, intimidation, intimidating tactic, that Russia's doing. America they just sent troops out supposedly. You know what I'm saying? All of this, man, they sitting down actually talking about war. The leaders of the heads over these countries is actually sitting down talking. Vladimir Putin, he sat down with the I forget his title, French.
The prime minister, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, most of them prime ministers and stuff like that. That's their title. But I don't want to misspeak. But pretty much the heads are sitting down talking. What are they talking about? They're talking about war, possibly going to fucking war. You see what it says on the screen. Ukraine restores Soviet era tanks as it braces for possible Russian invasion. You see, that's rumors of war. See? So we right here. So that's telling us what? That the Lord don't lie, man. So everything, if all this about to happen, everything else gonna happen. Everything. We about to be beamed up. We finna get power. Man. I hope the Lord give us the power. I hope I get the power before I get on this. Lord willing, I get on the ship. I really want to fuck this place up, man. I want to fuck people up. These fucking wicked ass people. Even though you're gonna do it, Lord willing, you get on the ship, you gotta be a martyr. You're gonna fuck them up when you get off the ship. It don't even matter. But I want a hand in fucking America, throwing fucking America down, man. Straight up. And this is all proof that this is getting ready to happen. He ain't just tell us about this. He told us what? He said, "Tarry ye in Jerusalem until you be endued with power." We waiting on that, man. Straight up. Go ahead, brother.
Kind. And it says, "But the end is not by and by."
Yeah. So you're going to hear about wars and commotions. Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, "Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom."
There it is. And we're seeing that. Now let's jump down to the point. Jump to verse 20. Start at 25.
Kind. Luke chapter 21, verse 25. "And there shall be signs in the sun,
Come on.
and in the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and in the stars,
Mm-hmm.
and upon the earth,
Mm-hmm.
distress of nations."
Where's that going into? That's going into solar eclipses. That's going into blood moons. Super blood moons, blue moons, wherever you want to call it. That's what this is going into. You're seeing the distress of nations or perplexity. That's the uproars of the people. Okay? For all the mandates and wickedness, pretty much, because the wicked bearing rule right now, man, which is when the people mourn. So Esau's really, it's a lot of wickedness going on right now, because that's when people start mourning. When the wicked are ruling, but that's obviously telling you what that wicked is manifesting, that his wickedness, that wicked being the so-called white man, and now these people starting to feel it. They telling you grown as hell what to do, been lying to you. People ain't agreeing on how things should be going. People don't want their kids going to school with trannies. It was some crazy news that broke. They over in India had like 16 to 18% of the country is Muslims, so-called Muslims, right? So pretty much, it's the Arabian area, right? So that the word Arab goes back to meaning mix, So you have a mix of Shemites, which is it consists of East Indians, and just simply put, Ishmaelites. Right now, the kids going to school right now, and they're literally warring. They're in an uproar on the way that the Ishmaelite girls dress. They trying to make them they on some America shit, man. They trying to literally, you know how they dress, they have their heads completely covered up. You only see the little eye strip, their bodies covered. They want them to take all that headgear off. That's how you know everything is being fulfilled. And all these nations are mad because they done drunk of the wine of Babylon, man. A woman's supposed to be covered up. You see? And that's how you know destruction on the way, because the scriptures say, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. And these young girls, and they going at it like we ain't taking nothing off. You can look it up. They literally, the kids over there, the Elamite kids, you know, they regular. They wearing like orange shawls to represent they for the protests against these Ishmaelite daughters, girls that want to cover themselves up and wear headgears and hijabs to school. You know, they want them to free the nipple. You know what I'm saying? They want them to free the nipple. So that's that American spirit. That's that daughter that you see. So this is why pressure is starting to really come down on America. You know, this is why all this starting to rev up, man. The word coming, it's the year to turn up for real, man. The word coming out more. Brothers doing more, you know, more understanding coming out. Fucking fake niggas is finally being revealed. The people you always knew was fake getting revealed, man. And then the people that want to know shit, you don't see them nowhere around. Where the hell is Zabak at? You know? Where he at? I ain't seen Zabak and I don't, you know, where y'all at? But Esau, he does push brothers down in the feed. So, you know, I don't know. I ain't looked them up, so I don't know. But point being, all that's going into what? The distress of nations. And these are what? Signs of the day we are looking for. You see it's happening. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, the sea and the waves roaring.
Yeah.
Verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear.
Hence going into what? Uproars of the people. Because the seas and the waves is synonymous to people when you go to Revelation, the 17th chapter, and you can read about the uproars, you see, of the people in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Go ahead. And that's all you protesting everywhere for all type of reasons. Because it's the wicked bearing rule. Doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
Yep. Men's hearts failing them.
And the whole time, your rulers, right, that can make everything better sitting before you on YouTube, you know? You know, Lord willing, we make it, but we're of that race. You see? We're about to be the next rulers. The one that was never thought of have worn the crown. People don't even see this, man. They don't even see. We about to literally come. That's why I said we're going to take the kingdom. We about to, hey, they don't even see it, man. This is gonna be a crazy blind side. They not even gonna see it. We're gonna come. They doing all this tank shit. We go. That's why I'm really that power. Hey, that's why I really want that power, man. You know, it's in season now. Straight up, I bite through my lip not getting that power, man. On some shit. You know, it's in season, man. We're gonna come with this power out of nowhere, flying. You know, they in their jets, we flying. They got, you know, army fatigues on. Now we wearing fringes. We got garments on. You know, they got missiles. We got damn, you know, laser beam, you know, we got all type of power. We got super strength. You know, they got bulletproof Teflon vests on. We got, you know, skin you can't penetrate no more. On some Wolverine shit. You said what?
I was gonna say a bulletproof chest.
Yeah, it's heavy, a bulletproof chest. They don't even see it, man. All this is brewing in the mix too. You got it, bro.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Luke chapter 21 and 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with with power and great glory.
Yeah. What you've been getting previews of with these UFO sightings, so-called, the IFOs, the chariots. You know, us brothers and sisters, we seeing them, you know. So you might see something sitting over your home. You know, you might be out, they just fly over your head, something like that. Brothers in the camp, you know, they pulled up on us last weekend, you know, straight up. They watching, they don't, hey, everything is in place, man. We're about to take the kingdom. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
It says,
even when shit get crazy, the standard gonna be lifted. Bring that shit, man. We know it's gonna be men that get that power, man. This sister had dreams about troopers grabbing them, getting ready to do them wrong, rape them, stuff like that, and the brother come out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, with power and savor. Beat the shit out of all these dudes like it was nothing. All these, you know. The gratefulness it would just be, I couldn't even express, you know, the words, man. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't let you down, Lord. I would not let your house boss me all shot down. I'm gonna fucking run through the Statue of Liberty, man. You know, I'm gonna slap the head off that shit. I'm gonna carry it all the way to the White House, you know. Let me say less, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. It's like
Luke 21 and verse 28, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
Woo! See, that's what when these things going on, we is close. It's about to break. That's why you start keeping quiet. They just hide. They billionaire niggas retiring from their company. They don't even want to do this shit no more. See, hey, our last issue from declaring the end from the beginning. We was talking about what I was saying about the spirit. How if you want to see the condition or the status of a country, like Elder Apostles say, you look at the women too, but you also look at what the moves that where the money is going. You look the moves that the money is making, which is seeing what you want to eye in on by the investors. You know, certain moves they pull out on certain companies they invest in, they stop investing in. For example, so this past week, news broke where I seen Elon Musk, he changed his title from CEO of Tesla to some crazy stuff. Bros can look it up and post what it is. He ain't CEO no more. And he was trying to say, well, it's because, you know, people, you know, he trying to act like he against the grain, but he really all for the grain.
Exactly.
That's his MO. He trying to act like that's why he hooked up with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
He all for the grain. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, he stepped the slot. You got it.
No, I was just gonna say anybody who invested in Tesla, that stock just dropped. Just to aid to the brother's point.
And now is that a coincidence? See that? Is that a coincidence? That's heavy. That's heavy news. Those are things that count. And you know another thing, he's been selling. For the like past year, he's been selling a lot of the stock.
Mm-hmm.
He's been selling basically a lot of his ownership away. He's been selling it. You know. Now he owns two different companies. Don't get it mistaken, because he behind that Neuralink. You know what I'm saying? But he does a few things. He's behind the Space Force thing that's going on, SpaceX.
Yep.
He's behind Neuralink. You know,
PayPal. He behind PayPal.
Right. Tesla. What the brother got? Yeah, Techno. Yeah, some goofy. It's some goofy, dang, nerdy stuff that he said. You know? Look it up. He's not, all these dudes stepping down. Where are they stepping down? Why are they trying to make businesses? You know? Can't make this up. You got it, brother.
Yeah, kind. Mm-hmm. Keep on reading on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Verse 29, it says, and he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree
Go ahead.
and all the trees.
Yeah. Now,
When-
do you know what's heavy? When you read about the parable, the fig tree, when you read what's that, Matthew the 7th chapter, when you read about the fig tree, he said, "Do men bring forth?" Let me just get it real quick. This is Matthew 7, and I want to jump straight to the point. Matthew 7:16, it says, "Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?" You see that? So the thorns represent bad. The thistles represent bad. You see, it says, and the grapes represent good, and the figs represent good. That's not what it says, but that's what he's meaning. So figs is used to denote good. So if you could read that one more time, brother.
Yeah, kind of. Luke 21 and verse 29.
I gotta get that scripture. Hey, go ahead, bro.
And he spake to them a parable.
Yeah.
Behold, the fig tree and all the trees. When they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand.
So that's dealing with the prophecies that were spoken and all the prophecies that have to come to pass before our eyes. That's the fig tree. When you start seeing the figs come forth, which is these prophecies, you know what I'm saying? You know, okay, what time we in. But these prophecies, right, are compared to figs, meaning what? They're good, therefore are good. See that? That it's good. All these things bringing forth is good. You know, if you can receive it. I'm trying to find that scripture. You know, I'll get this. I write 39 and 27. It says, "All these things are for good to the godly. So for sinners they are turned into evil." You know, and that's just dealing with the principle of things in man's life. So that's not even what I want to use. I really shouldn't even brought that out. I gotta find this one scripture, but you can keep reading, bro.
Yeah, kind. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of God, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is nigh at hand.
Yeah, I got it. Romans 8:28. We're gonna reread what you just read. This is what I wanted. And we know that all things work together for good to them. You see, for good to them that love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to them who are the called according to his purpose. That's us. That's outright us. We're called. We don't know if we're chosen, but we're called. You see, you've been called. How do you know you've been called? Because you've been called by your name again. Well, since coming to this truth, you've been called who you actually are. You're a Hebrew Israelite. You've been called, man. Right? Your respective tribe through faith. You know, you've been called. You know? You got something? Okay, kind. So yeah, that's what I want to bring up. You got it, bro. Read that verse one more time, bro.
Yep. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 31. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is nigh at hand.
Man. That's it, man. That's it. This the kingdom. Why you think you don't hear about nobody else preaching the kingdom but us? Because it ain't for them. Everybody preach the Bible and Jesus love everybody. Why nobody don't push the kingdom coming? Why nobody trying to get your house out here? Why they ain't trying to get America going? Why they not, why they not doing that? Why they not pushing this kingdom? Why are we the only ones that push this kingdom? Because they going to fucking slavery in the kingdom, man. And servants and handmaids, they're gonna turn over everything they ever took from us, and they about to receive back everything they ever done to us double. You know? Period, man. It's gonna be off. It's gonna be crazy, man. So Yahushua said what? if you can go read that in Luke 24 and 25, and we're gonna read that Psalms 118 one more time.
God, this is Luke chapter 24, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken."
See, that's why he said, "I am the way, man." You know, so if he the way, you gotta go your house shot. You gotta go your house shot, man. And he's gonna lead us for our good, man. You know, and he told us what to look for these signs, these prophecies, it's for our good. Hence the gospel. This is the good news in front of you. They don't even know that. They don't even know the end. T.D. Jakes will never tell you this. He don't know America being destroyed is the end of his oppression. They can't see these things. It ain't been given unto them. This is Sirach 36. Because that's ultimately what this should be showing you. You know, we're going to finish the rest of the video and we're going to get what we hold and what we got. Obadiah 1,
Ezekiel 38, possibly. We read Isaiah 55 already.
Okay, kind. Yeah.
That might be one to come back to.
Exactly. This is Sirach 36 and 13. Oh, be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, which is what? Prophecy. You knowing these prophecies, that means you've been possessed from the beginning. If you got the testimony that matters, the testimony of Yahushua, which is what? His witness of prophecy, you know, which is also the proof of Yahushua actually walking and getting ready to come back, man. Because all the things that he said, right, which is recorded in this, to say this man said this, that's getting ready to come back, that left, right? All these things is recorded for him as him having had said is coming to pass. So the testimony of our Lord is the spirit of prophecy. The proof of him existing and actually speaking these words is these words, and nobody else spoke them. You don't got them recorded nowhere else. It's proof he existed. And it's also the things he witnessed. You know, if Daniel was a false prophet, if Isaiah was a false prophet, if Jeremiah was a false prophet, you know, the Lord wouldn't have seconded none of them, man. And he said all the prophets, slow to believe that all the prophets have spoken. Jeremiah was a prophet. Jeremiah 1 and 5. Daniel was a prophet. You see? Isaiah was a prophet. So on and so forth, man. And all these things, it getting ready, they happening, man. So Yahushua on his way back. And what if we seeing the rumors of wars, it's recorded that he said that. We seeing it. He said that though. He said this is going to be the sign of that day. Of the day of the day of vengeance for the recompenses, for the controversy of Zion, man, that get back, man. He said the signs that that day is about to come is right here, is these things. You see? But he said, once you see these things, your redemption is not. The kingdom of God, Yahweh Shai, that we ain't gonna have to work again. We ain't gonna have to worry about nothing again, ever. All this. So if we seeing this, that means all that's about to happen, man. Period. So lift up your head. So I'm gonna finish reading this. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets, that have been in thy name. You can't be a prophet if you never was a prophet. You have to be a prophet in your old life, man. Everybody coming back doing the same things as the elder apostle Bakar said, man. It's all spiritual, man. Everybody coming back doing the same shit they already did, man, in a different lifetime. That's it, man. And it was all to keep going, right? It's a recycle, just to get us to the end of this thing, man. You know? So the prophet's back. Because they're bringing out this word again and getting it right. And the false prophet's back. But anyway, so that means everything was true that the prophet spoke. What Paul said, he said the spirit of the prophet subject unto the prophets. It's all real, man. We here. So Ezekiel was a true prophet, which we're going to get what Ezekiel wrote. It says, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. You see, and let thy prophets be found faithful. See? We gonna stick wholeheartedly with how Basham shot, you know, and it ain't gonna be no till death do us part. Paul wrote that, man. Ain't nothing gonna be able to separate us from the love of how Basham shot. You truly those men. You see what I'm saying? Can't shit do us apart. Ain't no such thing as death, man. So we're gonna be found faithful. And another point of it too is what? A side of it too is what? Let thy prophets be found faithful, meaning what? They got it right, man. Ultimately, the understanding is correct. Something to trust in. Slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Another word for believe is faith. Let thy prophets be found faithful. He's letting them be found faithful. Let's see if Ezekiel's faithful. You got it, bro.
Yeah, kind. Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 1.
Open.
Hold on.
Yeah, kind.
Let's run this back a little bit. There you got it.
Really quite technically advanced equipment. And we spoke with the director there, and he said that, you know, these tanks that they're producing, that they're updating, are just about as good as anything they would confront on an open battlefield against the Russians. But open battlefield, again, with the superior air power and naval power of the Russians, a lot of the defense analysts and actually former defense officials that I spoke to said the main strategy here is going to be an insurgency against an occupying force. That is going to be the modus operandi if the Russians do decide to invade. Shep.
Matt Bradley.
Hey, they can't do nothing with them. Go ahead. Now watch this. Why is it this the nation that the Lord is talking about right here? Go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the word of the Lord, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Yeah, when you go into, you know, ultimately how that's Russia, because pretty much you get the ancient map, you know, and that's where Russia is at, man. Magog, you know, basically, you got it, bro.
Yeah, verse 3, it says, and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
Now, whole point is what? Why? Because God being Russia, there is Edom right now. See that? So this the tricky part. This not even the tricky part. It's they be saying, man, the Lord got a trick bag, man. So he said he's against God, right? So he's against Russia. Really? Why? Because they're Edomites. Go ahead.
Yeah, kind. Verse 4, it says, and I will turn thee back.
It's like, and you can prove that for those that make gainsay. You prove that with Jeremiah 51:25. You prove that with Ezekiel 30. Shit, you can jump back a chapter and then tell you. Not even a chapter, jump back a couple chapters to tell you in Ezekiel 35 and 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, God, power, behold, O Mount Seir, dealing with Esau, Edom, so-called white people, right? Including Russia. Listen, I am against thee. You see, I am against thee. That's the same. That's it, man. That's the link. And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. See? Go ahead, bro. We can read that again.
Yeah, kind. Ezekiel 38, verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
No, the previous verse.
Salakia, verse 3. And say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, behold, I am against thee.
See? There it is, man. Why? Because they're Mount Seir whole time. Edom. Remember, See what Esau did when you go to Micah 2, they say they covet fields and take them by violence. They oppress a man in his house and a man in his heritage, all they've been. And then you got to remember Esau, in the spirit, he a vagabond. You see? So he every damn word but where he's supposed to be. That's why you got Edom. Edom took over everywhere, man. So the trick bag, you got to get the judgments for these places. You stupid ass nigga. You know? Fucking dumbass. They want to be the Egyptians. They want to be us. They want to be, you watch 300. They want to be the Syrians. They want to be every damn body, man. They want to be themselves. They want to be Greeks. They don't want to be Edomites. You know? They want to be every damn body, man. So that's how you have this making sense. This is how it goes. Roll read Micah the 2nd chapter, man. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, kind. Ezekiel 38:3, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
So there
and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
Hold on. So point meaning what? He against them, but he's gonna take them like a horse. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna put hooks into their jaws to control them. See that? He basically gonna steer them in the direction he wants them to go, so he can get them judged, man. And that's what to World War III. How do we know that? Because when you go to Ezekiel, it's like Isaiah the 34th chapter, which I'll get real quick. Isaiah 34, and or matter of fact, yeah, I get it. This is Ezekiel Slacky. This is Isaiah 34:5. It says, I'm gonna actually start at 2. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations. You see, in his fury upon all their armies. You see? Because when you're gonna read that chapter, it's gonna tell you that the Lord is just gonna use Russia he gonna steer them in the direction to get built up, right? Which is ultimately Esau, right? Gog, right? He's gonna steer Gog in the direction he want Gog to go, which is Russia today, who is actually Edomites, right? And they're gonna become this souped up army, and it's just they're gonna use them, right, to team up with all the other people, all the other nations, and they're gonna kill America. That's how Esau gonna come out of power, because if Russia shoots nukes with all the other countries on America, which is Edomites too, that's how you have, what's that? Matthew the 12th chapter being fulfilled, how the Lord says, Satan's house be divided against Satan itself, it shall not stand before, have an end and have a fall. All of that, man. That's how Esau's world is going to end. Because you have Satan divided against Satan, man. But pretty much, like I said, God will be steered, hence today, Russia, which is in actuality just Edomites, to become this souped up army, and they're going to shoot, they're going to gather everybody up, because their army, their military presence is going to be, or prowess is going to be on such a level to where they can soup everybody else up, and they're going to shoot nukes on America, man. That's what's going to happen. And that's how America's going to end, but it's also going to get them put in slavery. Because he putting them in war. That, what's so heavy about that? Oh my goodness. The Lord said David is the man after his matter of fact, if we can get that, what's that? Acts 13. Acts 13. He found the man after his own mind.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, 22, yeah. Watch this real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Acts chapter 13, verse 22.
That's crazy. Go ahead. Hey,
and when he had removed him,
yeah,
he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony, and said, I have found David the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which shall fulfill all my will.
Yeah. You see that? Now, the Lord said David like him. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, David like the Most High. Now, what did David do? He sent Uriah to war. So Uriah could get hit. See that? Hey, this is 2 Samuel 11:6. And David said to Joab, saying, send me, right? I'm gonna get 3. And David, matter of fact, you can read that real quick, bro. Okay. This powerful. And the point is in 17. I'll be back. You got it, bro.
Call it again, Salakia.
2 Samuel 11, start at 1.
All right, kind. Yeah, Khan. This is 2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 1. And it came to pass after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an eventide that David arose from his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof, he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him.
And took who?
And took her.
Man, you see, now you got to remember it's similar, because the Lord, he's about to take his woman, the woman he wants, Israel. See that? Go ahead.
Yeah. And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him.
Now the Lord, David, he has a certain mechanism he's gonna, use to get this woman he wants, right? He has a certain method he's gonna, a certain way he's gonna go about getting this woman, man. Which was awesome, but ultimately it was lawful how he did it, because he knew the law. He said, because it tells you in was that not 2 Samuel, 1 Corinthians in the 7th chapter, how a man is buying. I'll get it real quick, for those that want to know. So we don't mind going to scriptures, over here. Must work the works now while this day. The night coming with no man can work. This is it's like it's actually I'm glad I got it. Just went to it. Romans the 6th chapter. It's like Romans the 7th chapter. In this first verse, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth. See? It says, for the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. See that? So David knew that. See? Hey, the Lord cold, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Khan. 2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 4, it says, and David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her.
Yeah.
For she was purified from her uncleanness.
Yeah. Now he
because
he wasn't dead yet. From how I read, because he gonna die when you get to the 17th verse. Okay. So that's where he went off at. But we ain't dealing with this. It was just to make a point. Jump to 17. That'll be it.
Yeah, Khan. 2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 17. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab.
start at 14. Start at 14. Read through 15. Go ahead.
Yeah, 2 Samuel 11 and 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah.
Mhm.
And he wrote in the letter saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the host of the hottest battle.
See? That's what he did, man. Go ahead.
And retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die.
See? So, and the Lord said what? David's a man after his own. So, David was the whole point. David was a man of war, man. You see? You got to remember that David was a man of war. The Lord is a man of war, according to Exodus, what's that, the 15th chapter, the 3rd verse, or the 3rd chapter, the 15th verse, But that's what happened. You can read through.
Yeah, Khan. Verse 16, and it came to pass when Joab observed the city that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that valiant men were.
See? Whoo, man. He sent him to a place where he knew, ones was, would kill you, man. You see? You could die. Go ahead. Man, that's crazy. Go ahead, bro.
And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab, and there fell some of the people of the servants of David, and Uriah, the Hittite, died also.
See, there it is. So some of David's men died, and Uriah. But he set Uriah up to get killed. You see what I'm saying? Period. Through war. So I find is it ironic that the Lord says David has, and then the Lord making the same play, if you will. He said David, a man after his own heart, and the Lord's pretty much making the same play right here with Russia. You see what I'm saying? With God. So we can jump back. I just wanted to, that was, Spirit presented that real quick. You got it. You can jump back to Ezekiel 38.
Yeah, Khan.
Wherever you go.
Ezekiel chapter 38, in this verse 4, it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army,
see?
Horses and horsemen.
He said, I'm going to grab a hold of you, and I'm going to steer you the way I want you to go. Gog, this is Russia. He's like, and I'm going to bring you forth. He bringing them to the forefront. Ain't nobody able to even touch Russia. They just, the Lord's like riding on them like, And he said he bring all their army with him, and that's what you see. 140,000 troops are amassed at their border. They just dispersed, ships into the Black Sea, which is in the area of Ukraine. They got tanks out. They got blood supplies out. Just to show that presence, that power, that biblical. That power of biblical proportions that was prophesied about from this nation known as Magog, God. But it's Russia. Go ahead.
Yeah, Khan. And it says, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
Go ahead.
Even a great company with bucklers and shields.
A great company. Go ahead.
All of them handling swords.
All of them. So the Lord, he's going to set a nation up, a nation of Edomites up, right? Because Gog today would be Russia. Look on the maps. He would have set a Edomite nation up that's just with their army is on the, they're valiant men, valiant devils, but the Lord's going to use them. Because remember, he said, I'm against you. He's to get hit. That's what's about to happen. He's using them to take out the horde so they ass can go into slavery. Because they will go against Isaiah 2, which is how the Lord would pretty much not have, once we rectify back to our point, our status, the Lord will what? He will not have the nations, any inhabitant of the earth learning war. They're going to put down their spears and hooks and all these things, man. Pruning hooks. See? So Russia out of there, man. You know, them having all this will qualify them to be out of there because you can't have this no more. And what made Russia Russia? All of this. So it's all a setup, man. They asking to go in slavery too. Go ahead.
Yeah, kind of. Verse 5.
Help bring forth. He's gonna go on and read it, but they're gonna help bring forth the end. They're gonna help bring forth the reason we need the ships to come get us. See that? Which is World War III. It's gonna go and explain it. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 5. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them.
See, with them. With who?
With them.
See, all these countries, man. Go ahead.
All of them with shield and helmet.
See, all of them with shield and helmet. For what? To shoot nukes at America, man. You see, go ahead.
Gomer and all his bands.
Yep.
The house of Togarmah.
Yeah, that's dealing with Turkey. Gomer, go ahead.
Of the north quarters.
Yep.
And all his bands.
Yep.
And many people with thee.
See? Go ahead.
Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou, and all thy company that are assembled unto thee.
And for who?
And be thou, yes, that are assembled unto thee.
One more time.
Yeah, Ezekiel 38 and 7. Be thou prepared.
Right.
And
you get all your stuff together. Go ahead. You get laced. You get ready. You get equipped. You know, go ahead.
And prepare for thyself, thou.
Uh-huh.
And all thy company that are assembled unto thee.
And who?
And all thy company.
China, etc. Go ahead.
That are assembled unto thee.
Yeah. And another nation just got involved too. That's dealing with China. It's who is it? I forget, man. But this thing formulated, man. I got a quick scripture. We're gonna go ahead and close out. This is Revelation 17. And we started 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate. Everybody gonna turn on America. That's what's gonna end up happening. You ain't gonna have no choice. You can't beat Russia. Russia is that ambassador. You got that in Obadiah?
Yeah, kind.
You go ahead and bring it out. It says, these shall hate the whore, America, and shall make her desolate. You know? And America deal with everybody, man. Hey, that's so heavy because NATO is everybody, but Russia not dealing with it, everybody. Russia not dealing with NATO. But the U.S., they trying to deal with Russia. They trying to deal with countries that's in NATO and that's not in NATO. See that? That's crazy, man. It says, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You see, for God has put in their hearts to fulfill his will, you see, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. You see, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. But not so long. It's only so long for a whore to run game, man. You know, for she get a bullet put in her goddamn head, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, start at the top. We try to get straight to a point, yeah.
Obadiah 1 from the top.
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, concerning Edom.
See? All Edom. Come on.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yep. See? Look at that word rumor. You see that? Go ahead.
And an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
That's dealing with what? Russia. Russia's going to be, they're the nation that equip everybody. Russia just had a meeting with China, and Russia brought to the table to get them to agree with them gas. Russia hold it, man. They souped up on a whole nother level, man. Go ahead. They said they can eat. Listen, man. They said they can eat. This dude said they can eat them like a meal before entering the country.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's right. Outgunned, outmanned, but not for lack of trying. The Ukrainian military has actually improved quite.
Outgunned and outmanned, but not for the lack of trying. It ain't that they ain't trying. It ain't that they ain't build nukes. It's not for none of these reasons. It's just the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is really, this is the God. This is it. And the point of this is what? You seeing God, so God is, they're going to be the one to, go ahead, bro. Matter of fact, let me finish this.
Quite a bit since the last time the Russians invaded back in 2014, but still, without air power, without naval power, the Russians probably will be able to make a meal out of the Ukrainian military, maybe even before they step foot into Ukrainian territory again for the second time.
See, it's just that simple. Oh, you know what's so heavy about that? Oh my goodness. What does that remind you of? It should be what I just read. Listen, Revelation 7, he said they shall make a meal. This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. See? Can't make this stuff up, man. They gonna make a meal. Does he literally mean that? They military powers is gonna eat them up, man. The nuke's gonna eat them up. Whatever they got is gonna eat them up. Ultimately, man, you can't make this up, man. Russia is one of those nations that's gonna eat up the flesh of this horde, man. You seeing it? The power, everything is there, man. I have created the waster to destroy. That's it, man. Shoot at her, spare no arrows. You see? So the point really here is what? Is America is inevitably about to be destroyed, man. Because the Russia can't be stopped as prophesied, man. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Obadiah chapter 1 and 1 continued. It reads, "Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle."
Yep. I'll read that. Yep. No.
From the top.
Yeah.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1, it says, "The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle."
See? That's the us. Who's the us, man? Go ahead.
"Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Mm-hmm.
Thou art greatly despised.
Mm-hmm.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle."
See?
And
dealing with the American so-called white man. Lord against all Edom. But he got to take this nigga out first. Everything. The so-called white man hate the so-called white man. You see? But so who is that ambassador? Who's that company? Who's that us? You got the host of heaven, and you got the you got those that's gonna hate the horde, man. They gonna take this place out, man. So it's just the proof here. That's it. We don't even need no more. What else you holding? Let's get Isaiah 34, and we're gonna get Psalms 118. We gonna close out. Yeah, that's it. I'll hit play until you get it.
Time in 8 years, but I went to this tank factory today. It was not really a tank factory. It was more like a factory where they were updating old Soviet era tanks, which there are quite a few here, into modern, really quite technically advanced equipment. And we spoke with the director there, and he said that these tanks that they're producing, that they're updating, are just about as good as anything they would confront on an open battlefield against the Russians. But open battlefield, again, with the superior air power and naval power of the Russians, a lot of the defense analysts and actually former defense officials that I spoke to said the main strategy here is going to be an insurgency against an occupying force. That is going to be the modus operandi if the Russians do decide to invade.
Now, what this going to do is show you if Russia can't be stopped, America out of there, man. Which they're not going to be stopped. So we about to see Russia going to they're about to take Ukraine, going to have to submit to Russia, or Russia going to invade. They're going to outright take it by violence, man. Period. Because they already admitting they can't stop Russia. Where is America at? Where is NATO at? You know? They probably gonna turn, and this is why so many people hate America, because every time America makes a so-called white man makes a deal with somebody, he put forth his hand and he put. Gotta grab it. I gotta grab it. This is Psalms 55. It's like Psalms 55 and 21. Okay, and it reads what? It says, Slack verse 20. It says, he had put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. He got a covenant. America, the so-called white man, right? America, so-called white man, so-called the Edomites, not the so-called Edomite, but so-called white man, right? The American so-called white man, the American Edomite, if you will, right? So-called American Edomite, as far as the American part, but he has a covenant with Ukraine. They sent like $3 million worth of pretty much resources to them, man. I think it was dealing with military stuff. And they're gonna end up having to turn on them. Just like how they left that stuff at what was that? Kabul at the airport. They left all their stuff when the Taliban took over. They had to turn, they just left the embassy they had, they just turned on everything that was there. They was telling people that was citizens living over there in the US though, over, you know, when that Taliban took off, they told them to just get the hell out the country. They just turned, man. They folded. What you think they finna do now if Ukraine say, yo, they with the shit, man? What do you think America gonna do in this case? They're not finna, Esau's look what he's turning on his own country right now. All these elite bankers stepping down from all these billionaires is stepping down from their companies, and Esau, he's just completely just lying to and destroying, right? The city he built. You know, woe unto him that builded the city with blood. He orchestrated it, but we built it, but he still, you know, in a sense, this your work, if you will, man. And he turned on the shit, man. What you think he gonna do to them, man? And what do you think is gonna happen when America turns on Ukraine? Ukraine gonna hate the horde. And then they already said the troops they sending over there is not permanent. They are. I wish I got that video somewhere. And how you think NATO gonna start seeing the U.S.? So this shit playing out, man. This that ambassador among the heathen that hates the eagle Edomite, man. Who's the eagle Edomite? America, man. And the rest of these Edomites out of there, man. They playing themselves. The Lord's having them divided against themselves. That's the biggest division you're gonna see. Russia, the Russian Edomite versus the American Edomite. Period. That's the biggest divide among Satan's house you're gonna see. Fuck what's happening here in America, ultimately. You see, that's a big part of it too, you know. But overall, oh man, hang it up, man. Isaiah 34, then we get it, we close out in that Isaiah 55 and 11. But we'll read that Psalms. I'll hold it. You got it, bro. Isaiah 34 start at 5.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
When does a sword get through in the air and fly and come down upon you? That's a missile. It's going to come down upon Idumea, but the only place that's going to ultimately happen to is America. So there it is, man. Lord going to use Esau to take out Esau. May God, man, they got it. That's the God. That's the biblical God right there, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, this verse 5. Verse 6, it says, the sword of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness.
Yeah. Yep. So much joy and torment. How much she, live deliciously, so much torment give her.
Yeah, kind.
Go ahead.
And with the blood of lambs and goats.
Dealing with a sacrifice. Come on.
with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
And you know what that take you to? Once again, it's good news for us. It's all good for us. I got to grab this real quick. This is Proverbs 21:16. It says what? It says, Slakia, 18, the wicked shall be a ransom. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous. You see, because remember, we talking about redemption. Redeeming, dealing with buying back. You see, the wicked shall be a ransom. So the Lord's going to pay. He's going to pay with Esau. He's going to pay with the expense of America to get us back. You see, to get the elect back, to get his people out of here. He's just going to destroy the whole shit, even if that includes his hard-headed people. He's already set in his mind. He's going to do it. You know, he already know he's going to do it. To get us back, the wicked going to be a ransom for the righteous, man. To get the elect, it has to be. I got to destroy the whole thing. You see, when you go to Zechariah the 13th chapter, see, it just keep going, but we ain't going to keep going. You know, he's going to destroy 2 parts therein, man. The third part shall be left. He said, I'm going to bring them through the fire. We're going to be beamed up ultimately, man. You know, we're going to call on the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, man. And before the elect gets to that point, they will see these things playing out, which is why they will stay faithful until the end. Because we right here, man. We see what all this means. This shit's not happening for no reason. It's not a coincidence. There's no such things as them things, man. It's all set up, man. For the Lord's story, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, let me finish. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. There you go.
Yeah, kind. It says, for the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hath a sacrifice in Basra.
Woo!
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
It's that simple. Jump to 8. Matter of fact, just read through. You got it. We stop at 8.
Yeah, verse 7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Come on.
Verse 8. For it is I'm going to read this again. For it is the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
Yeah, and their dust is going to be made fat with fatness, because all of the earth's resources, right, that's valuable, is going to be brought to shivers and smithereens. It's going to be just sitting in the dust. You're going to have all the chips they saying is rare that you can't find no more. That shit's going to be burnt up. Teslas and shit going to be everywhere that's made out of different precious metals. You're going to have museums burnt the fuck up that was holding valuable things. All the fatness. You know, these expensive homes, they got the earth's resources, you know, marble flows, them shit's gonna be smithereens. You know, damn Beverly Hills is gonna be smithereens. You know, the damn observatory is gonna be smithereens. All these different things gonna be smithereens in America. So and it's gonna be nothing but dust everywhere. It's gonna be crumbs. So you're gonna look down, you're gonna see a Tesla logo. You're gonna see it, you know, nigga gonna get up with his face pitch black. He gonna still be able to see breathing in smoke. You know, he gonna see a Laker, you know, I ain't gonna say a Lakers jersey because there ain't no damn fatness. You know, but really it is. He gonna see a damn suit. They gonna see some Gators. Nigga in Detroit gonna see some Gators. You know what I'm saying? Some expensive nigga, you gonna see a lot of red bottoms. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, that's Louis Vuitton, you know? Nigga ain't gonna want no more parts of Louis Vuitton. Go see a damn Ferragamo belt, you know, in the dust. Louis V, you gonna see Floyd. Hey, Lord, really, we make it, man.
Man.
Go ahead, bro. I don't want to write this down.
Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone.
Yeah, and he said thereof in that. So the whole point of all of this is the Lord's getting our payback, man. He gonna pay these people back in a way that's just so, like, the love he's showing us is just, it's gonna be incredible, man. So just hold on. We ain't the greatest people for no reason, and we suffering to a people we completely better than. and can't do nothing about it for no reason. Then we read it. You know, it's all in the Lord's plan, man. You know, Drake talking about some God's plan. You know, so that's basically it. Okay, we can close out Psalms we can get Psalms 118, and then we close out in Isaiah 55 and 11. Lord willing, you've been edified.
It's Psalm chapter 118 and verse 24. It says, "This is the day which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it."
Yep. See, this is all for us, man. Go ahead, bro.
Save now, I beseech thee,
See?
O Lord.
This is dealing with our salvation. You need something to be saved from, man. You know, they putting together the weapons that's gonna be the very thing the chariot's gonna have to pull up for. You know, get us, man, us believers. Why niggas think we crazy talking about some, you know, they talking about UFOs and blah blah blah. Okay, superpower. Okay, all right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Psalms 118 and 25. Save now.
It's hard to catch a lot of people with that. That's why we fishers. It's hard to catch fishes. You need the right thing to catch a fish. You see, but only the specific type of fish, you know, to catch a fish. You know, so that's only gonna catch certain people, ultimately the elect. You know, but that's the point. You know, it ain't supposed to be something believable. Even though it's the evidence here, it's got just you go outside, see a chariot now, probably. Go ahead. Even no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Save now, I beseech thee, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I beseech thee, send now prosperity.
Send now. And he's doing it. Hey. And he said send what?
Send now prosperity.
That's it on that verse?
All right.
Go ahead and jump to Isaiah 55:11. We close out here. He said, send now prosperity. Now listen to this.
Now this is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11.
Prosperity. Go ahead.
It says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it."
It shall prosper. So we wait for this word to come to pass, and we seeing it. That's the greatest thing. If as long as this word coming to pass, that's the greatest thing the Lord can do for us. Because in this word is everything that we can ever imagine and never imagine. I have not erred. I have not seen, ear have not heard the things that the Lord has prepared for them that love him, man. You know. So with that, you got anything?
La.
All right. Hey, Dwadi Habashim Shah, Holy Spirit, call on La.
Yahweh
Bahashim.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Waha Rakak Badash.
All right. So next time, Shalom, Baba Ball, Kwame Yashala, Kwame Yashala, Kwame Yashala.